Hello, Soul Diggers. Welcome to another episode of the Soul Digger podcast with me, your host, Kim Mellor. And I'm coming to you today with a sense of peace and acceptance after the most crazy few weeks. So if you guys have been listening to the podcasts and follow me on social media, you will have seen that I have been in the most incredibly nourishing, expansive, passionate, intense relationship with Andrew for the past 4 months. That container came to a close at the time of recording this 2 weeks ago. And it was very sudden, very painful, very shocking. And I'm not going to go into details about what happened and why it happened. That's something that we might discuss on another episode when we've both healed from this experience. But I really wanted to share some powerful tools and techniques that I've used to be able to come to you today from a place of harmony and peace and acceptance. What I've discovered is there's phases of grief and there's stages. And so it's super key to move through the stages of grief. Yes, in your own time, but as well, it doesn't need to take a lot of time. So first of all, like the shock of something happening, I couldn't believe, that it ended how it did. I was in complete and utter denial. I was confused. I was angry. It was just like, the next phase was just like desperately seeking answers. Like, why did this happen? And how did this happen? And oh my gosh, like, how could this happen to me? Like, everything was going amazingly. And then this fear of being lonely and oh my gosh, am I ever going to meet anyone again who's as close to how amazing this guy is? And just utter sadness and loneliness and tears and just feeling really sad and going through the phase of, well, what if? Maybe if this person did this and I did this, and maybe it can work out again, and maybe we can try again, which is all well and good. Of course, you're going to go through phases where you both need to maybe grow and have a break and then get back together. But I think where it gets dangerous is when you get so attached to that. It's like, okay, I'm going to work on this for a week, knowing that we're going to get back together if I do this, and this. It's like, no, it was like full faith and trust that if we're supposed to be together, the universe will align us to be so. But as far as it goes, I'm on my healing journey, you're on yours. Like, we might think that this magical person is going to come along and fix us, but no one can fix you. There is no one. There's like 8,000 soulmates. So it's all about what we want to choose. And so we're more likely to meet someone who is a match and who is compatible if we're fully choosing us and ourselves and what we really want. And then I just got really angry. I was so angry and I was so sad, and I just went boxing for like 2 hours, and I got all of my like, "Urgh." Like, I think a lot of people think spiritual people are just all peace and happiness, but like, I have been punching the punch bag so flipping hard. I removed photos off social media. I was just angry. And you know what? That's a really important feeling to express. And it's an emotion. It needs to move through the body. So whatever has happened in your relationship, you can just be angry either with yourself, with them, with the world, like whatever it is. Just grab a pillow, grab a kettlebell, and start beating the living daylights out of it. I am doing the work on this. And guys, the work is the inner work. It's the 80% of everything that shows up in our external is what we're doing and calling in on the inside. So a big piece of this for me, it was, okay, how can I take responsibility? How can I be fully responsible for what has happened? Because regardless of what anyone does, on some level, maybe I've attracted that. Maybe I ignored things. How did I show up in this connection? So instead of blaming the other person, I'm looking within and asking, how did this connection, like, how did I show up in this connection? Did any fear show up that I just suppressed? And is this a pattern that I have had before that just maybe keeps coming up in relationships? The universe is like, wake the fuck up, Kim Mellor. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know how enough you are? Do you know how intuitive you are? Stop looking outside of you for validation. Stop, asking people's opinions on this, this, and this, you know the flipping answers. And, having sisterhood and friendship around me, oh my God, it's been life changing. Ladies, if you are not in a sisterhood, go and find one or come and join the Soul Sisterhood membership because it's essential. Like, it's as essential as breathing air, in my opinion. If there was real sisterhood in the world, there'd be no cheating. We would have each other's backs. There'd be no gossiping. And we really create magic together. And so if you have any sisterhood wounds, I really urge you to look at those and look within and just think, how can I be the change that I want to see in the world? And then also it's been really good for me to identify the red flags that maybe I saw in the relationship and learn from those and be able to spot them a lot earlier on. Because what they say is you can spot a red flag in the first 2 weeks of dating someone, but it's the same thing that usually breaks you up 5 years later. So, you know, are you choosing the discomfort of just the comfort of ignoring what really is in front of you because it's like, oh, this is so nice. The feelings is there. And then the honeymoon period goes. And then it's like, oh, I'm with this person now and my friends know him. And well, secretly, you know that you're settling on some level. Secretly, you know you're settling on some level. There's some things that you're like, oh, I'm not too sure about that, but you're still staying in the relationship, not saying anything. That's the thing that will pop up and bite you in the ass until you wake up and you have a choice. You can choose to stay in the relationship or you can choose not to. I was so inspired a few days afterwards. I was like, I'm going to love on myself so flipping much. I'm going to just do an 11-day self-love challenge. If anyone wants to join me, come and join me. And I had a flood of women who were like, yeah, I want to join you. I want to join you. Because when you love yourself, you're more likely to honor your boundaries, stay in your lane, because you're just like, I know what I deserve. I'm not settling for anything less than what I deserve. I love myself. I'm going to buy myself 100 roses today. I'm going to take myself to the spa today. And that piece has been really important for me because, yeah, you are so important to you. And it's time to prioritize that. It's time to, really step into like new levels of self-love. And there's a definite direct correlation between abundance, business success, relationship success, for sure. If your self-love is not 1,000 out of 10, really get to work on that. So that's all I have for you today. Please give yourself kindness and grace and share this with a sister who might need to hear these words. And if you feel like you're holding on to any old relationships, come and join the Heartbreak To Harmony course. It's super affordable. It's 2 weeks. It's powerful. It's potent. And I'm going to be healing with you on this journey as well. And if you're hearing this later on down the line, you'll be able to head over to my website and purchase this. And I think it's a really great tool to have in your toolkit for any moments where you just need to just get back aligned and have someone to support you. And know that I'm here for you. And again, if you want to join the Soul Sisterhood membership, please check out kimmel.com/Soul Sisterhood. We have monthly sister circles where we just share anything that is on our hearts. We have monthly masterclasses. We have cosmic readings with my personal astrologer. And it's super potent and powerful. So until next time, keep digging because the power is within.